at least 45 states plus Washington, D.C. and Puerto Rico are now...
The low number has caused some residents and experts to question the...
Good day, sir, and for those who are watching this video. We are the students from Principle of Economy, Group O. We are from Group 5. Our presentation today is talking about the effect of COVID. My name is Dejeng, and my matching numbers is 294094. First, I want to highlight 4 elements of effect of COVID, which is panic buying, unemployment, tourism, and small and mid-sized enterprise. Coronavirus diseases is an infection disease. It can spread through person's mouth or nose in small liquid particles when they cough, sneeze, speak, sing, or breathe. You need to protect yourself by staying at least 1 meter apart from others, wear masks, and wash your hands frequently. If you feel unwell, please stay at home and self-isolate until you recover. Before I move on, let us see a short video. After watching this video, we saw that the seriousness of panic buying when coronavirus is infection. Panic buying is one of the effects of COVID. This phenomenon demonstrated the capacity of health system to prevent and treat coronavirus by mixing hand sanitizers and masks. Panic buying of potential treatments can also deplete drugs from patients suffering from corona diseases. These are still untested for COVID-19. But are essential medications for autoimmune diseases. Pandemic has changed our way of life, but it's also created a new sense of community.
I am Loyoting number metric 293749. I'm going to talk about the effect of COVID, which is unemployment. Unemployment is when a person actively seeks work but is unable to find it. The unemployment rate is the percentage of unemployed people in the labor force. To measure the unemployment rate, one has to identify the individual in the labor force. Labor force can be defined as the actual number of people which between 15 to 64 years old who are available to work. This is Labour Force Statistic 2020 Malaysia, which I get from Department of Statistics Malaysia DOSM, and from this we can see that the unemployed is increased from 508.2 thousand in 2019 to 711,000 in 2020, and the unemployment rate is increased from 3.3% in 2019 to 4.5% in 2020, which increased 1.2%. This is Labour Force Statistic 2021 Malaysia. We can also see that the unemployed increased from 711,000 in 2020 to 733,000 in 2021, and the unemployment rate increased from 4.5% in 2020 to 4.6% in 2021, which increased 0.1%. There are two types of unemployment, which is voluntary and involuntary. First, voluntary means that a person left their job willingly in search of other job. Second, involuntary means that a person was fired and must now look for another job. Many people in Malaysia, particularly during the COVID-19 outbreak, are in an unintentional involuntary unemployment scenario. Closure, headcount reduction, company in serious financial trouble, and partial closure of operation are the reasons that make unemployment and unemployment rate increase in Malaysia during COVID-19. It has a relationship between unemployment and GDP, which when unemployment increases, then GDP will decrease. GDP is important since it gives information on the size and condition of an economy. If GDP is falling, the economy might be in trouble and the nation is losing ground. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning to the lecturer and friends. My name is Licheni, number matrix 294109. Today I will talk about COVID-19 towards tourism in Malaysia. Tourism is the person traveling to another places outside their countries for leisure, business, or other purposes not over 12 months. Firstly, I would like to talk about the impact of COVID-19 on tourism industry in Malaysia. Based on Figure 1, revenue trends of the tourism industry. All tourism industry were experiencing revenue declines greater than 50% and budget for tourism industry and tourist attraction were experiencing zero revenue. This trend was common throughout Penang and many blame it on the travel restrictions. Next, I would like to talk about negative impacts concerning airlines. Airlines across the country were forced to stop operations and ground significant portions of their operations. Most companies has introduced salary cuts and offer unpaid leaves to its employees. It's now undergoing an urgent restructuring exercise to ensure its survival. AirAsia suffered a record-breaking net loss of millions because of COVID-19. Lastly, negative impacts related to accommodations. Following the implementation of MCO on March 18, the sector experienced a significant drop in accommodations and revenue rates. Because of hotel room cancellations and losses due to restriction, 30% of hotels are being forced to close permanently or temporarily until the situation improves. The hotel and apartments in Ipoh announced that it will permanently close its door on April 13 due to financial issues. That's all for me. Thank you.
My name is Deja. My metric number is 292978. I will talk about the effect of COVID-19 to a small and medium-sized enterprise. SME refers to a small-scale enterprise with a small number of employees and a small turnover. In the medium manufacturing sector, sales turnover is 50 million to 50 million, 75 to 200 employees. In the service and other sector, sales turnover is 3 million to 20 million, 13 to 75 employees. Small manufacturing sector, sales turnover is 300,000 to 50 million, 5 to 75 employees. In the service and other sector, sales turnover is 300,000 to 3 million, 5 to 13 employees. Micro manufacturing sector is same with the service and other sector, which is sales turnover is less than 300,000 and employees is less than 5. The first effect of the COVID-19 to SME is demand become unstable. Due to COVID-19, customer purchase behavior caused the demand of SME product affected. Besides that, the consumer purchase pattern also affected. Based to the survey by International Junior Academic Research in Accounting, Finance and Management Science, the result of the survey show that demand has decreased for most of the product and service. It showed a higher percentage, which is 49%. The second effect is sales and profit decline. Due to the MCO, SME lost their chance to sell the product or service to customer face to face. So, SME cannot get any profits during the times and face a heavy loss. Based to the survey by International Journal of Academic Research in Accounting, Finance and Management Science, the result of survey showed that the company was affected by COVID-19 is showed at 56.9%. In the item how do you rate the impact on the business, medium impact is showed a higher percentage, which is 49%. The business was suspended because of the movement control order is showed at 31.4%. The last effect is operating hours of SME change. SME need to shorten their operating hours to prevent the spread of COVID-19 when MCO implement occur from 18 March 2020. Based to the survey of International Journal of Academic Research in Accounting, Finance and Management Science, hours of operating had to be changed due to the COVID-19. It showed a higher percentage, which is 56.9%. All other resources that we use. That's all for our group. Thank you.